Konate, because my name Konate, so I always call myself Konate by the time. So that's how I started rapping. And that gave me a kind of chance. So I was like, yo, that's cool, man. So I'm like, alright, that's cool. So from point, I started writing lyrics. Yeah, I started working with the X-Soljaz. We started rolling. But what happened is this, before any other shit happened, we had to make a track called Taking OvA. I remember when we made that track, we were freestyling at Lightning House. Some dude came out of nowhere, he was talking about OvA. By then Solja-Cona came out with Taking OvA. So what we had to do at that point was this, like, straight up, I said, alright, this is the deal. Let's make this song. So we went to Bulldog Records. By then that's where X-Soljaz were recording. MJ, who was a cousin of Solja-Cona, Bussy, Kwam Jamme, he's dead, rest in peace, man. God bless his soul. I know they killed him in Gambia. But either way, this is the shit right here. So from there, I recorded Taking OvA with them. Graduated from the Fugitive, Sam George, one of my favorite rappers in Gambia in those days, was on that track with Bounty, Lyrical. Yeah, they were on that track. So that track was my first time to record in a studio. I remember taking 3 takes, and I did that shit right. I was on the second verse. Castro was the first verse, coming in with King for Talk, Navigator, truck ready for war. I got my Cadillac. He ain't even got a Cadillac by that time, but he was talking about shit like that. I came in there with my first rap, Taking OvA like an X-Soljaz. I'm a big time, another big nigga. I remember my voice was kind of low and all that shit, but I was good with it. That song went out to radio, West Coast. They play that shit every week, every day, Taking OvA. So from that point, I carriers jump off into the X-Soljaz. Everybody was like XO feeling it. So for me, seeing that thing, I took it for granted that this is what I want to do in life, music. So we started doing more music. I remember that from Taking OvA, we walk on no matter what. But before no matter what, we walk on rolling. I remember riding rolling toilet at home. I was stupid. I was sitting there riding rolling in my mind, and I wrote it on paper. Came to the hood, told the boys about the rolling chorus. We rolling with the 4x4s. We rolling with the extra hose. We rolling, creep walking, whatever the shit was. So at the end of the day, what happened was this, like, me doing all that. We went to the studio, we slowed down the track from DJ. We did the track on 56 to the club bit with DJ 2003. Thinking about it like, nah man, we gotta do this with MJ. We went back to Bulldogs, we did it with MJ. When we did it with MJ, he slowed it down. And when he slowed it down, what happened was this. Rolling became rolling with the 4x4s, we rolling. I remember when I was playing my verse in that song. It's on www.myspace.com/X-Soljaz. In that song, I remember when I put my verse in and I said, when the beat drops, all of them niggas in the studio, X-Soljaz were saying, nah, you cannot do that, man. You're gonna spoil the track, man. You're gonna, But MJ said he liked that idea, and I put that shit on it. And when I put that shit on it, we did the track going to do a show with JC Fight. When we went to do the show with JC Fight, that's my son, he's chilling. Yeah, when we went to the song with JC Fight, in the end, what happened was this kind of thingy. Like everything just turned out to be like the other way around. Rolling became a hit. I was having the flyest chick in the game. All them niggas were hating and all that shit. But it don't matter right now because she ain't my chick no more. I got a beautiful wife nowadays and she's wonderful. Gorgeous, glamorous. But at the end of the day, coming back to rolling became a hit. No matter what, we did it time and time again. But we did it again. I remember when I was doing No Matter What with 2005 coming in and this brother, it was all hit. X-Soljaz were rolling with me. Yeah, I had me a Peugeot 505 from my pops, who was in Malawi from 2003 for 6 months. I was the one rolling with the niggas, taking everybody anywhere they want to go to. So at the end of the day, X-So, I did what I had to do for them niggas. Yeah, I had to rep Gambia, Solja-Cona. I did everything. Yeah, all the shows that we did from the stadium, Independence Stadium and everything. I was the one calling people like Assis Willan, calling people like promoters, trying to get this shit back. Yeah, but in the end of the day, they were angry and jealous because everybody was talking about me. So at the end of the day, it's just like the other way around. People don't want to get to understand what's really going down with this shit. But this is what's going down. X-Soljaz doesn't have nothing against me. And they know it. They all know that. They know they have nothing against me. So at the end of the day, from there, 2005, God gave me the opportunity to leave for England. You know? So I went to England. When I got to England, okay, I went to study city banking college. Yeah, that's where I went to study bank finance. So, when I got to that spot, it was the other way around. You know, people weren't able to understand what was really going down. You know, so at the end of the day, I switched my major, you know, from banking and finance to music technology because the tutor, the owner of this college, the banking college, saw me. And they told him that I used to rap for the X-Soljaz in Gambia. You know, we used to go to the Independence Stadium, perform like side attraction for all them Senegalese artists that used to come to Gambia. So he said to me, make a verse. Let me hear your verse, flow. So I said, you know, I can get to understand the life in the streets. So many people living in it with no food. You see bitches in the streets, you know, whatever the case may be. It was just a freestyle, you know. But at the end of the day, he loved that shit. He was like, yo, what are you doing in class, you know? So I told him, you know, at that time, like, my pops, he didn't want me to do the music. My father, he wanted me to do banking and finance. So, you know, I had to follow my dad's wishes because I respect my father, you know? So he said, yo, well, if my son wants something in life, I'm going to tell him to do it, but make sure not to, you know, make sure he come out right. You know, he don't have to be like a failure. So he told my dad about my situation, like I should do this music, I should go to music school, and all that stuff. So after I did 1 year at banking and finance, I did the certificate. I could have gone on and do my diploma the next year, but the reason why I switched my major, because that was my transition of life. That's what I had to do. So I went to city banking college, did the national certificate, moved to Manchester. When I moved to Manchester, I did music technology with City College, Manchester. I did that for 1 year. When I did that for 1 year, by that time, you know, shit was not working right. Money was slow, tuition fees were high, and all that stuff, you know. So my father, you know, everything was going on. People were not understanding. So I had to make a sacrifice of leaving England and going home, you know, help my pops, being there, you know, in the Gambia. So, but me returning to Gambia, I was expecting like, if I go back to Gambia, X-Soljaz was still there, like Castro and Laden, but X-Soljaz was 6 in number, starting with Sharif. Sharif was the first one to leave and went to America in like 2003, 2002, whatever. But at the end of the day, Rahim quit. He was so